Shalom and good morning. This is Sophia. Sophia Spiritualite, the American Mariam, and we're here with a message from the ancestors. Um, I went to meditate last night down by the beach, and um, I happened to actually get to see what the moonrise looks like. Because if you've been following me on my other channel, I used to report the moonrise and the moon set time, but I didn't know what it meant because I was like, well, don't we always see the moon in the sky? Isn't that, I mean, when it's nighttime, is the moon always up? And so that is not actually true. The moon is not always up. And I saw the moonrise last night, and I posted a picture of it on my other channel, and it was red, like red, like a blood moon. And I'm not sure I was supposed to see that because when I got to the beach, it was a plane that rode over. I was like, well, why is a plane out here flying at night? What are they doing? Whenever I go to the beach, the like small military planes show up. So I don't think I was supposed to see that. But I was there for a long time and I did see it. And we do know that there's a lot of things going on astrologically. Um, and Venus is still in retrograde, but Venus is actually getting ready to come up on its Kazemi, which is basically, or it's kind of like going through it. It's basically like when Venus goes, it's already down into the underworld, right? And then it comes into some kind of conjunction with the sun, where new codes are kind of like uploaded to Venus, and then they're brought out to us. Venus is actually way more influential in your chart, especially if it's not paired up with Mars, than almost like Mercury. Like Venus is really up there with importance in your chart. So if you don't have your chart, you haven't studied your Venus, I highly suggest that. Also, your Neptune's very important. Anyway, so I, am asking the ancestors, of course, first and foremost, all praise, glory, and honor be to the Most High, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the great I am, loving kindness, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Thank you to the Holy Mother for always being with us, guiding us, and leading us down the path of life. I acknowledge my older, wiser brother, Yahweh Shai, who set the example for how we are to conduct ourselves. And of course, peace and blessings to the daughter of Zion, who is here to finish out this story with us. All right, so we're all learning at the same time with our beloved sister. So, I thought I would just, ask the ancestors, what are we to get from these, placements that's going on? What are we to get from this, beautiful moon? It was beautiful. And then, of course, some clouds covered it up, so I only saw it for a minute. So I took a picture, which it wasn't a clear picture, but it was a picture, and I saw it with my eyes. And I was the only one out there. It was really late when it, because the moon rise was at 1:40, something like that, or 1:37 in the morning. So it was really late when I actually seen it. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And I said, but why is it red? And I haven't done any, looking into it yet, because by the time I got home and got in bed, it was like 3 in the morning. It was pretty late. So I just thought I would say, okay, ancestors, what do you want us? What message do you want us to take from that? And as you can see, I'm using a different deck. This is the Tarot of the Moors. This is a deck that was created by a black woman who's an art major. I haven't used this deck before. So we're going to find out what's going on. That first card out was the Emir of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. Of course, Page of Wands is Gemini energy. Page of Wands is Gemini energy. All right, let's see what else we got. Because I wasn't the only one out there. Now, this is a whole nother thing. There was people out there. People had their dogs, and I just kept praying, Lord, Rahaviel, please don't allow that dog to get into that water and get stuck. I don't want these people coming over to me asking me to pray for their dog or anything or anything like that, because I just knew that dog was going to get in the water. So we've got the Three of Pentacles and we've got the Page of Cups. So we got news coming in about, it's almost like, on the other hand, on the sides of our money, we've got the Three of Wands too, and we've got the Two of Wands. We got the two, and the Three of Wands. This is definitely about making the right decisions right now, and basically almost like staying focused on our pentacles, staying focused on our money, and staying focused on our abundance. Because what I'm noticing is that with everything taking so long to happen, right, it is getting extremely difficult to hold this vibration. And this is something I talk about with the sisters all the time. Like, when you're going through this stuff, you have to be able to hold a vibration. You have to be able to hold it for a long time. And it literally is just getting exhausting to just continue to hold this vibration. Even in like this Two of Wands, this guy has got like a some kind of a salamander in one hand, and he looks like he's in a meditative state. You know what I mean? Even in this Three of Pentacles, which the Three of Pentacles is usually, people plotting and planning against you. But in this case, it kind of looks like he's just focused, like meditating on his, because he's got his legs crossed. See, look. He's got his legs crossed in the picture. Like he's literally like focused in on his money. He's not. So we got two people meditating in on their money. And then we've got this Page of Cups and this Three of Wands. And of course, the Three of Wands is, I like that it's sunset in this picture, because, it's my hope that, this message of this moon that was super red is a message that, of the impending doom of our enemies, because these people have been getting away with this stuff for so long, and we know that these things are only being slowed up, especially if you've been doing the work, right? If you've been holding the vibration, if you've been doing the work, the only thing that's holding you up is your enemies. Now, if you've been doing the work, but you feel like, oh, I'm done with my work, then no, you're probably holding yourself up. I know that I'm not done with my work. But the difference with myself, I feel like I've done enough work that I should be able to see a result. Not that I'm done, because I don't, by any stretch of the imagination, believe that I'm done with the work that I need to do on myself. But I do feel like the work that I've done is enough that I should be able to start to see some results. And the fact that I'm not seeing, I'm not actually experiencing the results, it tells me that, I probably need some more time in this Two of Wands and this Three of Wands energy, and I just need to continue to focus and meditate on what I want. You see, in this, even the Two of Wands, he's got the one hand has an animal in it, but in the other hand, he doesn't have anything. It's empty. You know what I mean? And that's kind of like carry your own burdens, and even with the Three of Discs, the guy has one pentacle that is in front of him that he's working on, and the other two are behind him. He's not focused on that. He's just focused on what's ahead of him. And so I have been trying to do that, just stay focused on, the task that's ahead of me, trying to, before I go to sleep at night, like really, make a timeline of what I want to do the next day, and see if I can. No cards are coming out. I don't know why. See if I can, just not be too distracted by the energy and the effort and, whatever it is these people are they're trying to send at me, not allowing it to affect me, because it's like It is extremely difficult, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like this whole process has been extremely difficult. We got the princess, the page of pentacles is here. You know, we also have the four of cups. Four of cups. And then, we do have to be grateful for what we have. The Four of Cups gives me, Four of Cups is Cancer energy. So it's definitely like, you know, the helping hand from the Most High is here, but we can't see it. That's really the hardest part. We also have here the Four of Wands. So we've got two fours, and we got another two. This is the Two of Pentacles. And of course we have the Page of Pentacles, in case y'all didn't see that. All right, let's see if we can tell this story. Let's see. Any other information that ancestors want to give us in this storyline, so we can try and tell this story. All right. Oh, the Emir is the knight. That's right. Okay. The princess is the page. All right, let's take those. We've got this is the Queen of Wands. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Cups. Wow. We've got the Wheel. And we've got the Ace of Swords. All right, so I get the feeling that with this 2 and this 3 of Wands and Disc having come out early, that these are knights. So we have these knights, the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups that's here, right? Wands are like enforcement actions, and cups are like, abundance actions. So we have these enforcers here. Let me just rearrange the story. So this is us. We've been in this focus state where we've been, meditating on what we want, trying to focus in on our abundance. At least I have, and if people resonate with this, I'll be glad. But we have for sure been focused in on ourselves, self-care, really trying to make sure that we are doing what needs to be done to take care of ourselves. And we haven't really been involved with a bunch of other people, right? But you still have these people, this Three of Wands energy, this collaborative effort, these snakes in the grass that just continue to hurl black magic at us. It may be not at us specifically, but in the direction of all of those who are chosen. They know who we are because they have all of our birthdays. But at the same time, sometimes they just send it to everyone. They just blanket everybody. So you have these knights, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups to come in, along with this. You have this Knight of Wands with the Ace of Swords coming in to defend us, right? But what are they defending us from? And why do they have to defend us so much? Because, again, with the mental tricks, the mental anguish that they keep, heaping on us just to make us think that things are not, going the right way. So we have to make a choice, right? The wheel is here. The wheel is here to make a choice. We have to choose. And we have the help from this Knight of Cups energy, which is Leo energy. Perfect. Yep. Leo energy has come in to help us to make the right choice. And so, even with that Leo energy being here, we still need our ancestors, our ancient grandmothers, here with this Malika of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Princess um, of Disc or of Pentacles. We still need our ancient grandmothers to come in and to really help to restore us, because this meditating that we've been doing on our own has been useful, but it still leaves the residual doubt, you know. And that's really true. It still leaves this residual doubt of, is this going to happen? Are we on the right page? And you know, I watch a lot of, not a lot of different, I watch a few different readers, and the number is shrinking because I feel like some of them was in my energy. But I watch a few different readers, and they've been, you know, reading this same energy for weeks. You know what I mean? And I just feel like if these ancient grandmothers don't come in, which started in Pisces season with no, yeah, which started in Pisces season with this Princess of um this, which is when we did our fast. Our last fast started on February 1st. That was in Pisces season. So this is an effort that we have been, you know, it's like each step of the way, let's put this in the right order. Each step of the way, our ancestors, our ancient ancestors, our grandmothers have been coming in to help us. Um, uh-oh, I hope I didn't move it too much. I kicked it with my foot. I hope you can still see it. Each step of the way, our ancient grandmothers have been coming in, you know, first with this Pisces energy, you know, trying to help us show up our money, then with this Wands energy, trying to help us show up our protection, and finally with this abundance energy in Cancer season, trying to help us lift our spirits. And, you know, they have been putting forth a lot of effort. But the only way that we're going to move forward from here is we need the Most High to come in with the Ace of Pentacles, the helping hand of the Most High. As you can see on this card, it's like the golden calf or whatever. You know what I mean? The golden calf coin. We need the Most High to intervene at this point, because I feel like the grandmothers have done as much as they can. You know, the protection that has been sent in have exhausted their resources, but these people, they just won't give it up. And you can see this is going into the moon, so they're using the stars, the sun, the moon, whatever they can to continue to project this energy onto us and to always keep us on this wheel. You know, how can you get off the wheel? This is a good point. How can you get off the wheel if you never see the rest of this stuff manifest? That's the only way to get off the, you have to see the manifestation. And so the Most High is going to have to come in with the manifestation to give us the two, you know, to this is like this Two of Pentacles is kind of like negating this water wheel, right? Because the water wheel is like, the Wheel of Fortune is a card where the wheel spins and you're just waiting for it to spin in your luck. Meanwhile, the Two of Pentacles is where you're juggling. You know, you're literally juggling two different solutions. But you can't get to juggling two solutions until a solution appears. Then you have a choice between two. Right now, we don't have a choice between two. Besides, all the foundation has been laid. You see all these different people. They've laid the foundation. We still just been stuck in this Four of Cups energy. This, you know, dissatisfied because we don't need a cup. What we need is a pentacle. You know, the cups are good. The abundance is good. I feel, personally, I feel very abundant. I don't have a problem with feeling abundant at this point, you know, and my card is a cups card. So one of my cards is a cups card. So I feel abundant, but the problem is not feeling abundant. Oh, Lord. The problem is not feeling abundant. The problem is the pentacles. And I guess they, you know, uh-huh. I guess, maybe ancestors believe that if we get it, that we won't be joyful in it. But that's not true. We got the 10 of we got the 10 of Pentacles here. It's not true. It's not true. It's just, hold on. Can you close the door, please? Thank you. All right. So it's not true because, at the other side of this, this two of Pentacles and this Four of Pentacles, it's a 10 of Wands. I mean the 10 of Pentacles, which is the end of the road, but it's like the 2 and the 4 is just too small of a number for it to make an impact. That's what it is. The 2 and the 4 is too small of a number for it to make an impact. We really need to get to 10. We really need full throttle in order to really feel the actual impact of this whatever that, it's being brought in. So the culmination of this is the 10. But we have to have the 2 and the 4. We have to have our foundation built, right? We have to have a time of rest, with this Four of Pentacles, in order to be able to have felt like we rebuilt ourselves. We are not that we rebuilt ourselves, that the Most High has rebuilt us. We can't get to this without going through this 2 and this 4. It's required. It's essential. And so, it is good to see that, we've got these ancient grandmothers, we've got these warriors out here that have been fighting for us, and that we are truly in a state of being focused on what we want. It's just that this wheel, they keep putting us on this doom loop. And the doom loop is not allowing us to get into this 2, 4, and 10 energy. It's just keeping us out of it. All right, so we're not going to make this reading too long. Let's see. This is the Life Purpose Oracle. So, okay. So what message does the Most High and the ancestors have for us in regards to this information? Meaning, how are we going to use this information? How can we use this information to lighten our load, to help us feel differently about what's been going on? How can we make use of this information? Because I feel like this is the same thing everybody has been saying. Oh, well, you just have to wait. The universe is trying to line it up so that it's just right. And that's fine. But when you have like bills you have to pay today, you know what I mean? Like, how is that helpful? Okay, they're waiting for it to line up just right. I mean, what is the lining up? I got to be out on the street homeless before the things get lined up in order. Like, what is that? It's very, if you're a regular person out here in the street, it's very frustrating. All right, let's pause because I see let go. Let's start with these two. All right, justice. Your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are a part of your life work. I know this is 5 cards. Let go. Walk away from the situation in order to resolve it. Builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. And the flowers card. Again, working with flowers opens your heart and brings blessings to others through your life purpose. So just like yesterday where I was at the beach and these people had their dog, right? I was really worried about this dog, man, because I was like, it's pitch black out here. I was really worried about that dog, And so, my concern about that dog, brought me to, just ask the elements to protect that dog so that it didn't drown. And then I had to literally walk away. Not, I didn't walk away because I was sitting, but I had to let the situation go. You know, and of course I think the Most High, and if those people was even real, because I didn't even see them leave, but you know, I thank the Most High and Rahaviel, the elements, the wind, for protecting that little dog so that nothing happened to it. You know, because that's what I do. That's what I do, and I did feel good that that thing didn't drown. It wasn't no big whatever, you know. So maybe it's just like little situations like that, which show that it's not just about this. It's not just about the ten. It's not about this at all. It's like you want it, but the motivation is not the pentacles. It's a means to an end. It gets me to the Ace of Pentacles, gets me to the Ten of Pentacles. It's not because the Ace of Pentacles is the forefront, because as you can see up here, again, this first card, we have the Two of Wands, which is animal related, and then the Pentacles. It wasn't about the money. The money, and again, in this particular Three of Pentacles, the money is there, and he's working on it, but it's not everything, because he don't have all three of them hoarded in his arms. You know what I mean? Even in this card, she doesn't have all of this stuff hoarded in her arms. It's there, and she's annoyed by it, but she's not hoarding it. She's protecting it. And even these women, they're when you do this, like, you got stuff on top of your head, you're carrying it back to your family. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. It's not, it's not buried somewhere. And that's with our talents. It's not buried. It's used to build. These are buildings. This is a building phase. And so that's what, that's what I feel. I feel like getting into the building phase is just, it's very drawn out. It's taking a very long time, because what needs to be rebuilt is right here. This is on the inside. This is a rebuilding that needs to take on place on the inside. But even the rebuilding on the inside requires influences from the outside. You can't rebuild on the inside without considering what you have on the outside. You just can't. And that's how I feel about it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel about it. And I think the ancestors are starting to come around to my position, because I've been saying this, like, before it was different, right? You have to think, some of these ancestors, we're talking about way back to the time of Yeshua and before, they didn't live in the world that was like this. The world was not like this. And then they've been locked up dealing with these, Roman Catholics who monetize everything. They turn everything into a sideshow. If I did a miracle right now and I died right here, they come and swab my body with some pieces of cloth so they could sell it as a relic. This is what the Catholics do, okay? And so they, I think, are concerned that all of our energy is focused on this money, but they don't understand that we can't, in our current state, in this current incarnation of this cycle, we can't rebuild ourselves without having our needs met on the outside. I can't go outside and just build a house. I can't walk, 2 days time, get to somewhere, and build a house. I can't do that. I can't go and forage for food. They destroyed all of that. You know what I mean? They destroyed all of that. And so the message I've been trying to put out into the universe is that we need help. We need all of this right here to be handed to us on a silver platter, because otherwise these enemies that operate under this darkness, they're never going to give it to us. They're going to find a way to doom loop us like they have been doing forever. It's only, the helping hand of the Most High to come and to take these people out and to restore us. That's it. We have no other hope. We have no other hope. We cannot do it ourselves. We just cannot. And it's in the Bible. It says that we won't be able to do it ourselves. But I think that, they really thought it was going to be kind of like more like their times. And it hasn't been. It's really been tough. It's really been a struggle. And so, I personally have been asking for the ancestors, the angels, and the guides to come and to bring the justice and to really restore us, because there's no more that we can do. We've protected every category that we can. And so now we really do have to just let it go. But in the process of letting it go, it's hard to see when things are being provided to us because of this constant, you know, energy that's just being loved at us. We're trying to say in this meditative state, they're loving this energy at us. We see something, we don't think it's real, we don't believe it because of this energy right here that's been loved at us. So we really need a total restoration, We need a complete refilling of our cup. We need a complete, establishing of our protection. We need a complete, overhaul in the way that we look at and think about money. It's got to be all the way from the top, from the beginning from the bottom to the top. We know how to fight, so we don't need help in the fighting area. The fighting area, let the Most High do the battling. That's why the let go when the flowers are here. We're supposed to be going out smelling the flowers. We're supposed to go out and smell the flowers. Let the Most High do the battling. Let these knights here, these brave knights, our emirs, let them do the battle. It's not for us. And they're equipped to do the battle. We don't have nothing. Look at this woman. This is what we have. She's standing outside a house. She has nothing. She's looking at something that she doesn't even know if it's real. So that's what we have right now. We have a lot of imagination that the Most High is going to come and do what he said he was going to do. But we don't have anything to show for it, We don't have anything on the physical level to show for it. So of course you would be dissatisfied with it. These could be fake. See, because she's sitting pretty, but how do we know those are really like spendable? This is one problem that we have. We have access to funds, but if the funds are locked up, then what? They're not spendable. This is what we need. We need to be able to build our foundation. This is what I've been asking the ancestors for. So let's take a look at our Psalms cards. And then we're going to get out of here. So if anybody else has been feeling like this, I hope that this is helpful, because you're not the only one. It's really rough out here in these streets, and that's why I decided to start doing messages, because, a lot of readers, the readers that I'm watching, they've already been through this part right here. They've already been through this part. It's the people who haven't been through this part who need help. Like me, I haven't been through this part. I've not been through this part, so I need help getting through this part. And I've been asking the ancestors, the angels, and the guides to assist. And I'm sure they've been doing the best that they can, but I'm also thinking that they don't understand why we can't see what's happening. And that's because our spiritual eyes are not turned all the way up. Like, I know I saw something in that moon I wasn't supposed to see, because I never seen anything like that. Look at this. These cards. They didn't even shuffle. There's a lot of cards. I know I seen something I wasn't supposed to see. Or I haven't seen before, because I never seen the moon look like that. I never seen the moon that close to the sky, the horizon. It was literally like a sunrise. That's how the moon looked. If it had been white, it would have literally looked like the sun coming up over the horizon. I've never seen a moon like that. I've never seen a moon like that. And so, to me, that's just kind of like an indication of, and because it was red, I'm hoping that's an indication of literally seeing things that I've never seen before. The because that was really impressive what I saw. I've never seen anything like that. Just want to give these cards a good shuffle because there's so many of them. So these Psalms cards, they have a scripture from every single Psalm, and the guy goes into you know what they mean. So we just want to get a couple messages, three from the ancestors with the Psalms because they use the Psalms. The Psalms are very, very important to them. And we can use the Psalms too, but again, that's knowledge that has to be imparted back to us. And the only way we can learn it is if the ancestors come and they teach us. Let me just grab this one. That one kind of jumped out. All right, the first one we have is Psalm 72 and 6. Let's look that up. Definitely got to use the book for this. Can't intuit with those pictures. Psalm 72 and 6. Let him be like rain that falls on a mown field, like a downpour of rain on the ground. It's a very good fit, knowing that you are the person on whom you are counting, will make a difference is extraordinary occurrence. Be grateful for the constellation of people, places, and things that brought you to the awareness. Trust in the depth of this knowingness. Don't wait any longer. Go ahead and say yes. Feel the comfort of the right fit, which is the fruit of destiny. So this card is talking about how, our ancestors are a good fit for us. They understand what's going on. This is Psalm 51 and 9. And it says, purge me with hyssop. Oh, hallelujah. Purge me with hyssop till I am pure. Wash me till I am whiter than snow. Clean up your act. Whatever you have done to yourself or others can be undone, but it may take years, even lifetimes. In order the process of repair to begin, you must be willing at the deepest level to change, uproot the character or personality traits that fuel your proclivity or propensity to do harm. Darkness is the soil supporting these negative traits. Light is the water washing them away. Beg for light and eventually you will be made clean. This is what we have been doing. We have been begging for light. And the Most High is going to make us clean. Psalm 62 and 10. Pass it. Psalm 62 and 10. Men are mere breath, mortals, illusion, placed on a scale altogether. They weigh even less than a breath. Don't allow yourself to be afraid or intimidated by anyone. The divine blew into the human nostrils breath of life, and human became a living being. They aren't as big as you think. The patriarch Abraham, the father of the Jewish people, knew enough not to take himself too seriously. In Genesis 18 and 27, he says of himself, that is, his material self, I who am but dust and ashes. In truth, if it weren't for the indwelling of the breath of life, each of us without exception would immediately return to dust and ashes. So don't allow yourself to be afraid or intimidated by anyone. Wow. So the Most High will make us clean, and we can't be afraid of anyone. So these, you know, shadowy characters here doing whatever they're doing, they're no one to be intimidated by. They're no one to even think about. They're not even a thought. And I feel like that's true. I feel like that's true. And maybe that's, this whole thought process of being made clean, this purging process, knowing that we are the ones, we are a right fit, we are the ones. And then this whole purging process of getting, this, whatever energy out of our systems and cleansed, this cleansing process, which is what this feels like, this separation and this cleansing process is really what is going to what is going to make it so that we are not to be afraid of anyone. We are all, no one is greater than any other one, which we know to be true. Our ancestors are not greater than us. They were just, they were gone before us. We can do greater things than they. That's what Yeshua said, greater things. So I hope this reading has been helpful. I wish it was a little bit more, you know, conclusive, because I feel like this is a repetitive message that's been coming through the energy. But the good thing about that is that the energy that's coming through is the same. It's everybody's getting reading the same kind of energy, so it's not like we're not misunderstanding the message. The message is clear. It's just, we just have to wait. It's on the way, but the ancestors do understand what we're going through, and that's what I was more so concerned about. And I'm glad that they see that we have been doing the work and putting forth the energy and the effort, so that hopefully, as soon as the time comes, we can take off like a rocket ship. So, to the spirits who are here with us, you're invited to go in peace. To my beloved viewers, you're invited to be at peace. And always remember, the Most High, mother, father, sister, and brother are your peace. Shalom.